Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep today.
It's indeed.
Yeah, into building a spa team that really thrives. Not just one that clocks in and out.
Right.
We're going to be looking at the art of managing a successful spa team from Spavelous online magazine. So whether you own a spa, manage one, or just really like learning about
All
teams,
of the above?
yeah, this is for you.
Definitely.
Get ready for some serious aha moments because we're going to uncover some really cool stuff,
Mm,
like how open office layouts can actually work in a spa.
yeah,
We'll look at how personality profiling can help you build your dream team.
absolutely.
And we'll even explore how winning industry awards can boost morale and be a smart marketing move all at the same time.
That's the best kind of win-win.
Exactly. It's like a win-win-win.
Right. So much of what makes the spa industry fascinating is that contrast. Clients come in looking for individual relaxation and rejuvenation.
Right.
But behind the scenes, it takes a whole team working together seamlessly to create that experience.
That's so true. It's like a well-choreographed dance.
Exactly.
Speaking of choreography, the article really emphasizes the importance of a positive work environment, but it goes beyond just, being nice to each other.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Sure.
not just about surface level happiness.
Yeah.
The article makes a direct link between positive energy within the team and the spa's success.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Right. A happy, engaged team is going to naturally provide a better experience for the clients,
For sure.
which then leads to better reviews, more bookings, the whole thing. It's not just a feel-good thing. It's a smart business strategy.
Just like that saying, happy employees, happy customers.
Exactly.
So how do we actually create that positive atmosphere? The article talks about team building activities, open communication, things like that.
Yeah, and they really emphasize the importance of giving your team opportunities to grow. I mean, think about it. If you're a massage therapist who's been doing the same Swedish massage for years, wouldn't you be more engaged if you had the chance to learn something new?
Totally.
Like hot stone techniques or aromatherapy or whatever it is that sparks their passion.
Yeah.
It keeps things fresh, keeps the talent around.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. The article talks about finding that sweet spot between friendliness and professionalism.
Okay.
You want that warm, welcoming spa feeling,
Right.
but it's still a professional service.
Right.
So how do you walk that line?
It's a delicate balance for sure. Picture this. You walk into a spa and the receptionist is just lounging on the couch scrolling through their phone.
Not a great first impression.
Right. But then on the other hand, imagine a therapist who's so stiff and formal that you feel like you're at the dentist's office.
Yeah, nobody wants that either.
Neither extreme creates the right atmosphere.
So where's the middle ground?
The article actually gives some great real-world examples.
Okay, like what?
Think warm smiles, genuine greetings, a polished appearance, showing that you care while still maintaining those professional boundaries.
It's all about setting the tone.
Exactly.
They also stress the importance of communication, which is obviously key in any team. But they really emphasize an open-door policy. What exactly do they mean by that, and how does it apply to a spa?
It's more than just, a manager's door literally being open.
Right.
It's about building trust and transparency within the team so that people feel comfortable sharing their ideas, concerns, or even, suggestions for improvement.
So you're creating a space where people feel safe speaking up.
Exactly. You'd be surprised at the insights your team can offer when they feel like they can actually be heard.
So it's not just top-down communication.
Right.
It's creating that two-way flow.
Yeah. The article also talks about the need for regular meetings, but not just those pointless check-in meetings that everybody hates.
We've all been in those.
Right. These meetings need a clear purpose. Maybe it's to discuss a new product launch or brainstorm marketing ideas, or to actually address some challenges the team is facing.
Okay, so meetings with a purpose.
Definitely. And just as important are those personalized feedback sessions. Because remember, everyone on your team is different.
One size doesn't fit all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to tailor your approach to each individual to help them really grow and develop their talents.
Now, this next point really surprised me. Open office layouts in a spa.
I know, right?
You'd think privacy would be like the top priority.
It seems counterintuitive at first, but think about it for a second.
All right.
Having a shared space where therapists and staff can connect between appointments can actually create a stronger sense of community.
Interesting.
It allows for those casual conversations, quick questions, even some impromptu problem solving. It fosters a more cohesive team.
So it's not just about the physical layout.
Right.
It's about using that layout to encourage interaction and teamwork.
Exactly. It's about creating a space where people feel connected.
So we've got the right environment. We've got clear communication happening. What's next?
Well, the article then dives into building relationships, which surprisingly starts right from the training period.
From day one.
Yeah, it's about more than just teaching skills. It's about building those connections right away.
Okay.
Early engagement allows you to not only assess someone's skills, but also to start nurturing those relationships. You can spot promising talent and invest in them right from the start.
It's like planting a seed and watching it grow.
Exactly.
It sounds like they're advocating for a more holistic approach to training, not just ticking boxes, but really investing in people.
Absolutely. And once someone is on board, they emphasize a comprehensive onboarding process. It's about welcoming someone into the spa family, not just handing them a stack of paperwork.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this onboarding process.
It goes beyond the usual forms and policies. It's about immersing a new hire in the spa's unique culture, setting clear expectations, and providing a solid support system.
Like what kind of support system?
Imagine a buddy system where a seasoned team member takes a new hire under their wing, shows them the ropes, answers any questions, can make a huge difference in helping someone acclimate and feel confident.
It's like having a mentor from day one.
Exactly. And it sets the stage for long-term retention. When people feel supported and valued, they're more likely to stay.
That makes sense. Now let's be real. No matter how positive the environment or how strong the communication conflict is inevitable,
You're telling me.
especially in a spa where you have diverse personalities working together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of any game, really. But what's crucial is not to shy away from those differences, but to embrace them.
Wait, embrace conflict. That sounds a little counterintuitive.
Not the conflict itself, but the diversity of thought and experience that often leads to those disagreements. Different perspectives actually make a team stronger and more adaptable.
Okay, I see what you mean. So it's about leveraging those differences rather than trying to erase them.
Precisely. Think of it like this. A team with a wide range of perspectives is better equipped to handle challenges and find creative solutions.
It's like having a toolbox with all the right tools.
Exactly. And the article suggests using personality profiling as a way to understand those differences and navigate them effectively.
I've heard of things like Myers-Briggs or DISC.
Yeah, those are great examples. They can help you understand different working styles, communication preferences, potential areas of friction.
So you're not putting people in boxes, but gaining insights into how they tick.
Right. Let's say you have a therapist who thrives on structure and a therapist who's more free-flowing and intuitive working side by side.
That could lead to some clashes.
It could, but understanding their personality types can help you anticipate those potential clashes and adapt your management style accordingly.
That makes a lot of sense. And the article also mentions some specific conflict resolution techniques.
Oh, yeah. Techniques like active listening, where you really try to understand the other person's perspective,
Yeah.
and mediation, where a neutral third party helps facilitate a conversation.
So it's not about avoiding conflict, but about handling it constructively.
Exactly. Remember, conflict isn't always a bad thing. Managed well, it can lead to breakthroughs and actually strengthen those team bonds.
It's like turning a negative into a positive.
Exactly. And that leads us to another crucial piece of the puzzle.
Leadership.
Yes, leadership. And we'll be diving into that right after this quick break. So we're back and ready to unpack what it really means to lead a thriving spa team.
Not just manage, but lead.
Exactly, because there's a big difference.
So break it down for us. What does it mean to be a leader in the spa world?
It's a great question. And the article makes a clear distinction between managing and leading.
Okay.
Think of a manager as the person who keeps things running smoothly. Day-to-day tasks, processes, schedules, making sure everything's ticking along.
Right. Like the conductor of an orchestra.
Perfect analogy. But a leader sets the vision for the orchestra. They inspire the musicians to play their best and create something truly beautiful.
So it's about more than just keeping the trains running on time.
Exactly. It's about inspiring your team to reach for something bigger, to create a culture of excellence.
I love that. And a big part of creating that culture is leading by example, right?
Absolutely. The article talks about this a lot. It's about embodying the values and behaviors you want to see in your team.
So walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk.
Exactly. Because actions speak louder than words, especially when you're in a leadership role.
They definitely do. The article had a great example about this.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
Something about punctuality. If a manager is always strolling in late, What message does that send to the team?
Oh, yeah. It's like saying, my time is more important than yours.
Exactly. But if the manager is consistently on time, it sets a standard of professionalism and respect.
It shows that everyone's time is valued.
Right. And there's another point they make that I think is so important, involving team members in the decision-making process.
Oh, I love that.
It makes people feel like their opinions matter.
Absolutely. And it often leads to better decisions. Your frontline staff, your therapists, your receptionists, they have insights that you might not have as a manager.
Because they're the ones interacting with clients every day.
Exactly. So tapping into that collective wisdom is essential.
It's like saying, we're all in this together.
I love that. It creates a sense of ownership and shared purpose.
Okay, so we've got this amazing leader who walks the talk, inspires their team, and involves them in decisions. But we're in a fast-paced industry.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that momentum over time?
That's where the concept of continuous growth comes in.
The article talks about this a lot.
It's crucial. It's not just about keeping up with the latest massage techniques or skincare trends.
Right.
It's about actively seeking out ways to improve and evolve.
So always be learning.
Exactly. Encourage your team to pursue certifications in specialized areas. Maybe offer in-house training sessions on things like retail sales or marketing.
Or bring in guest speakers to share their expertise.
Yes. Create a culture where learning is valued and encouraged.
And where achievements are celebrated.
Oh, absolutely. Recognition is so important. It shows your team that you see and appreciate their hard work.
Big and small wins.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A sincere thank you, a shout out in a team meeting, or even just a handwritten note acknowledging someone's effort can make a huge difference.
Those small gestures can go a long way.
They really can. And of course, there are those big wins too, like industry awards.
Oh, yeah, we talked about those earlier.
Yeah.
But it's worth reiterating how impactful they can be.
It's not just about the trophy.
Right. It's about the recognition and the validation.
Exactly. It boosts your spa's reputation, attracts new clients, gives your existing clients that extra sense of pride.
It's like saying we're the best.
And it does wonders for team morale. It's a shared victory that strengthens those bonds and fuels that desire to keep reaching higher.
So we've got this amazing team. They're communicating well, feeling appreciated, winning awards. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, as we all know, life is full of surprises.
Yeah.
And the spa industry is no exception. The article actually brings up a pretty big one.
Let me guess, COVID-19.
You got it. That was a major turning point for so many businesses.
And spas were hit especially hard.
They really were. It was a true test of adaptability.
So how did spas manage to survive?
The ones that thrived were the ones that could pivot quickly.
What do you mean?
They had to think outside the box, come up with new ways to serve their clients while also keeping everyone safe.
Like what?
Some spas started offering virtual consultations or at-home spa kits. They implemented enhanced safety protocols to reassure clients, and they had to navigate all those ever-changing regulations.
It must have been a lot to handle.
It was a challenging time, for sure, but it highlighted the importance of being resilient and adaptable.
So how do you prepare for the unknown? It's not like we have a crystal ball.
Right. That's where skills like scenario planning come in.
Scenario planning.
It's basically about imagining different potential futures.
Okay.
Like, what if there's a sudden staff shortage? Or a new competitor opens up across the street? Or, another global pandemic happens?
Okay, so you're thinking about all the what ifs.
Exactly. And then you develop strategies for how you would respond. It's like a mental rehearsal for the unexpected.
So you're not just reacting to change, but anticipating it.
Right. And the article also talks about the importance of fostering a culture of innovation.
I like that.
It's about encouraging your team to think outside the box, to come up with new ideas, and to be willing to experiment.
Don't be afraid to try new things.
Exactly, because in today's world, the ability to adapt and innovate is essential for success.
It's the key to staying ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. And that leads us to the final piece of the puzzle, that ongoing journey of growth and adaptation.
Let's dive into that. We're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into spa teams. We've talked about creating a positive environment, communication, building relationships, even using conflict to our advantage. But it all boils down to leadership. What makes a great leader in the spa world?
That's the heart of it, isn't it? The article goes beyond just manager to leader. It's a whole shift in thinking.
Yeah, so what's the difference between managing a team and leading one?
Think of a manager as the one keeping the ship running smoothly. Tasks, processes, schedules, the nuts and bolts.
Right, essential stuff.
Oh, absolutely. But the leader, they set the course for that ship. They inspire the crew to reach a shared goal. It's not just getting things done, it's excelling, having passion, raising the bar constantly.
So it's less about checking boxes and more about creating an environment where everyone's striving to be their best.
Exactly. And a big part of that, like we touched on before, is leading by example.
Ah, yes, the walk.
Right. It's about living the values you expect from your team. The article had this great analogy, a spa manager who preaches self-care but is clearly stressed out themselves.
Ooh, mixed messages.
Right. It's like telling your team to wear sunscreen while you're getting a sunburn. Actions speak so much louder, they'll follow what they see, not just what you say.
Okay, so we've got this leader who not only knows their stuff, but walks the talk, inspires by their actions. What else makes for great spa leadership?
The article highlights something. I love getting your team involved in decisions. It seems simple, but it's powerful.
I get how that makes people feel valued, but how does it make for better leadership?
When your team feels their opinions matter, they're more invested. They're not just following orders, they're helping shape the spa's direction.
It's like they become part owners.
Exactly. And you get better decisions, too. Think about it. Your therapist, receptionists, they're the ones on the front lines with the clients every day.
They see things managers might miss.
Right. That collective wisdom is gold.
It's that we're in this together feeling.
Love it. But even with great leadership, a motivated team, it's a fast-paced industry.
Yeah.
How do you keep that momentum, that excitement going?
Continuous growth. Right. That's what the article kept stressing.
Yes, and it's more than just sending everyone to a conference once a year. It's got to be part of your spa's DNA.
So what does that look like in practice?
Think regular in-house training. Maybe a guest speaker on new massage techniques or a workshop on selling retail-encouraged certifications like prenatal massage, aromatherapy.
So it's creating a learning environment, always upskilling, staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Benefits the spa. A&D keeps your team engaged. They're not just doing a job, they're developing.
And don't forget, celebrating those achievements too. Big ain't small, the article said.
Absolutely. Recognition is like fuel for the team. It shows you, see their hard work, boosts morale.
It doesn't have to be fancy, does it?
Nope. A thank you note, a shout out at a meeting, even a genuine compliment can make someone's day.
Sometimes those little things mean the most.
For sure. And then there are those big wins, like industry awards. We talked about them, but they're worth another mention.
More than just a trophy, for sure.
Right. It's validation from outside, boosts your reputation, attracts new clients, makes your current ones proud. I go to the award-winning spa.
It's a mark of quality.
And for the team, it's a shared win, strengthens bonds, makes them want to reach even higher.
Wow. We covered a lot today. Positive work environment, communication, conflict, leadership. It's a whole package deal, this thriving spa team thing.
It's a journey, not a destination. Always learning, growing, adapting, and celebrating all the wins along the way.
For anyone listening who's running a spa, I hope this sparks some ideas, things to try out.
And even if you're just interested in teams and leadership, like me, these principles apply anywhere, any field.
So as we wrap up, remember, invest in your team, help them grow. Never underestimate positive energy, genuine appreciation, and that shared vision.
And who knows, maybe you'll be celebrating an award with your amazing team someday soon.
What a great thought to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into spa teams. Keep learning, keep growing, keep striving for that excellence.